Hey, it's 12:16 in the AM. I just kind of freak out when I look at the clock and it's 12:16 because 12:16 is my birthday. I'm like, does that mean something? Um, I did this video the other day or yesterday, um, reviewing my headphones, and I thought I'm just gonna wing this thing because it's something I need to do, but I'm just gonna go for it. In my high-tech studio here, I have it's a selfie stick slash tripod. It's actually really cool to hold my cell phone, and that is what I'm recording on. It's pretty but it's nice background and so forth. But anyway, lot of shit's going down, and I think it'd just be a lot cooler to share it like this. I'll just get into it. Today, I sent a couple posts. I just want to read them. I'm actually should introduce myself as Maudie Frickett. I came up with that name because I want to get the hell off of Facebook under my name. I don't know if I go off totally, I'd have to wean myself off, but it's not doing my life any good, and I don't think it's doing a lot of other people's lives any good, and it's actually to the point of being kind of scary, and I'll share that with you too. But Maudie Frickett was my first nickname from my childhood. Hell, probably when I was about 6 or 7 years old. There was a friend of ours, my friend's father. He used to play frisbee with us, and he threw it funky too. I don't remember if Mike watched this or any of my neighbors, they would remember. But he threw like that. But he was kind of a character in himself. But he gave everybody a nickname, and mine was Maudie Frickett. Actually, it's supposed to be Frickert, but I guess my neighborhood and myself, I didn't hear the R, so neither did they. Okay, if you wanted me to really get in the story, that Maudie Frickett, that kind of hung out for a while. Then they called me Maudie, and then they called me Frickett, and then they dropped the Maudie, and then it went to Frick. And a lot of parents in our neighborhood were up in arms about that. We didn't understand. We were pretty young. We didn't think Frick was a bad thing. And eventually, I don't know, it turned into Fritz, which is kind of really funny. It's also, Mike still gets a really big kick out of that too, especially since, my daughter's name is now Fritz, and her husband, family there, the Fritzes, just very, very wild. But anyway, that's where Maudie came from, and I just really wanted to start a group of people that are more like-minded, I guess I would say. Not totally, they don't have to be totally, but none of the shit that I'm battling with currently. And it's really more of just to get information out there. But I have a lot to share with you. I just want to let me share with you just some of the things that I posted today. The first one was, attention patriots who love this country and all people. Fear not and let not your hearts be troubled, because the truth is on the horizon and justice will be served. See, there's a reason that I'm saying these things. Excuse me. Can't cut that out. I'm not editing this stuff. And then I posted, and I love, you gotta love when the liberals read your post and they think it's really funny, but it's pretty damn serious, and they give you their little childish laughy face. There's no humor here. I'm not being cheeky at all. I'm being very real. But this one says, and I'm very curious about this, and again, you will see why. When Biden is forced to step down, who becomes the new Democratic Democratic candidate, Kamala Hamilton-Harris. Does voting start over? Or we might just have to wait until everyone in the swamp gets what's coming to them, wipe the slate clean, and start over. This is going to take forever to sort out. So I would have to believe that Trump will remain president and he will maintain his cabinet. If you think you're confused now, just wait. I got one smiley face in there. My commie friend, who I guess, I don't know, seems to be a self-proclaimed commie, unless he's just joking about that. I really don't know. He hasn't cleared it up for me yet. And then I said, this one, a lot of you will be able to relate to this one. Attention Biden supporters, you don't seem to have a problem with calling out Trump supporters as evil and even cultish, which I got the other day. So my question to you is, what is it going to take for you to realize that the people that you support are truly the evil ones? How much are you willing to let the swamp get away with, as long as it keeps the bad orange man out of office? I have proof of the evil, but it wouldn't last a minute on the oh so virtuous Facebook. So what I did tonight is I started typing this because I want to get this information out to you, if you haven't seen it already. And I typed this and I thought, no, I'd rather say it. It's pretty wild. I'll give it the best I can. This is just what I wrote. My dear like-minded friends. Now I try to be funny. My dear like-minded friends and family, that day that we've been waiting, a lot of you guys can relate to this, I'm sure. The day that we've been waiting for has come. And the time to put all the pieces together are here. Like me, you have been anxiously waiting this day when many questions would be answered. This is going to be really intense. I'm warning you, this is going to be really intense, like you cannot believe. These videos that I'm going to send you will give you the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how to all the crazy shit. Yes, I said shit that has been occurring this year, as well as answers questions from the past and the future. This is guaranteed to blow your mind, along with the rest of the world. It's going to blow their minds too. This goes way beyond any evil you could ever imagine. Just a little lead in. This is going to sound really bizarre too, but this is my life. I'll try to keep it short here, but yeah. I'm also going to record some. I skipped all that. But anyway, I am going to try to keep it going, keep this going, and keep you up to date. And I have some ideas in the future what I'd like to do. It's fun ideas. Important events taking place around the world. Now, besides, let me start that over. I'll just read what I wrote. Just a little lead in. I'll try to keep it short here, but I'm also going to be recording some videos to give you more background, which we'll see what happens. And try to keep that going and try to keep you up to date on the important events taking place around the world. Now, besides the fact that I've gotten in some very deep stuff, as anybody that's talked to me knows, and seem to be attracted by conspiracy theories, which I'm really wondering what a conspiracy theory is anymore, because they just seem to come true. Why should you pay attention to what I have to tell you? Well, because it's, as I say, you choose. It's either my job, my side hustle, my hobby, my calling, assignment, duty. And I've gotten very skilled at it and gained a plethora of information along the way. On top of that, since earlier this year, I've been working as call me a civilian counterpart for the NRO, which is the National Reconnaissance Office, under a gentleman named Major Getline. I have a luxury that most don't, and that's to be able to vet my info off a person who manages a team of people in about 12 different countries around the world. And I guess that's so it makes me so sensitive about world issues. I was gonna do this at a later video, but I'll do it now. It just kind of rolls. One might ask, how does somebody get into a position like that? I didn't sign up for it. I didn't ask to be there. Just kind of happened. Something I fell into. I guess I showed an interest in world events, and a friend of mine kind of was impressed. I don't know what you could say. I think, like I've been saying all year long, I felt like I've been groomed and kind of prepped to do something. So that's what's been going on. It's it's mostly just finding information, sharing information, and trying to find a way to share it to them as many people as possible, especially right now, since we are in a major information war. So far, just an information war. I like to keep it that way. So it just kind of evolved, and then all of a sudden I was kind of like, well, what am I? Is this really what's going on? Is this what we're doing here? There are things that could happen down the line. Who knows? But for now, I've what was I saying? Oh, I've just kind of gathered people that could even be possibly considered my team down the road, and that's why you're here. If you're here. So just to get in, that's a little bit of that. The past weekend, I was in Facebook jail for attempting to post a link to the Walk Away campaign website. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's absolutely amazing. I thought it was a beautiful thing, just like that. It's really just something I wanted to share on, and Facebook blocked my post, and they shut me down for 24 hours. Why? Because they said that people had reported the website as abusive. No, since when is love, peace, and harmony abusive? If you see the site, I don't even see an abusive word on that site, really. It's just people that are waking up and walking away. There's some really, really cool stories in there. I highly suggest to check it out. Walkawaycampaign.com or something, I think. You can find it. But anyway, like I said, since when is love, peace, and harmony abusive? Got me thinking about how we are literally being socially engineered. It made me flash back to a video that I posted a while back, and I'll post it again. I'm going to I think I'm just going to put it on my sound. I'm winging all this stuff. It's also something, I guess, it's something I've been asked to do, and hopefully it will evolve into something a little bit bigger, but it's something I had to get on right away. So hence the technology and everything, but I just hope it'll be beneficial for you. Anyway, it won't always be like this, me reading off computer, who knows, but like I say, I'm winging it. So it made me flash back to this video that I posted a while back and really showed how that is going on, how big tech is socially engineering us. Like they are controlling us in many ways that we're probably not aware of. And just, this whole thing, this experience, I was explaining it, described it to my brother John. I said, I felt violated. Like I was just shut down. And a screen flashed up, and I'm like, what the hell? Why can't I'm like pushing, clicking and clicking, and nothing's happening. And then finally, this message pops up, and it said that, yeah, it was abusive. But like I said, I felt violated. Like, that feeling you get when you're robbed or vandalized, and you have no clue who did it. It's kind of like that creepy feeling. It's like there's just something out there that said that I wasn't allowed to communicate what I wanted to at that point. And that really was scary. Kind of sounds like some sort of something similar to one of those very important rights that we all have. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna turn this light off over here, see what happens. It's shining in my, well, I guess it still is, that's TV. I'm not an editor and stuff, so I really don't even know if I'm gonna have time to do that. So anyway, that really infuriated me, and it led me to do some digging. I was kind of going through a bunch of the stuff that I found online I needed to watch, and I clicked on a story from one of my favorite websites. I don't know if you've seen it, but I really suggest, if you want to dig in deep into some stuff that's going on around the world, it's a really, really good site. I found it to be pretty darn credible. I haven't vetted everything off of it from the beginning, but have been lately, just to get that confirmation. But it's called ForbiddenKnowledgeTV.net. I have all this on print out because that's what I was originally going to send, and I just kind of said, hey, I'll just do something like this. So I came across a story that was totally earth-shattering. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, blow you away, earth-shattering. As I've been doing for a while now, before sharing it, I bounced it off my team, and I'm sharing it with you. This isn't some secret, intel someone picked up, but it's certainly something you're not going to find in a regular search. I don't even want to use a freaking G word anymore. I mean, it's out there for people to find. I mean, it definitely is. It seems like the media, like the mainstream media, is just it lags behind. I mean, it certainly lags behind intelligence, I would say. And I don't know what I will hopefully find out what the turnaround time is, to give somebody some information and have them do something with it or talk to you about it or whatever I'm waiting for. But my team confirmed it as fact, and they added some highlights actually that'll make it easier to follow along with. But what I did was I made up a bunch of stuff and copied and pasted it, and I sent it to some, which is another thing, one of my assignments. But I sent things to some American news sources, like a couple of my favorites, Mark Levin and Sean Hannity. Actually, really trying to make the connection with them so I can be a regular contributor to them as we wait for for media to catch up. I'll give you, Nick. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Let's say to catch up to the Hunter Biden laptop story, because that's nothing compared to what I have to tell you. I want to add something that I think is really important for you to have a firm grip on, and that is who our enemies are. I don't know if you realize it, but yeah, we have enemies, and they're probably here on our soil. I'm sure that there are some here. We know that. But I'll go into more detail on that and give you an idea more of as to how and why. But the who is really important right now as far as what we're dealing with. Just so, because really for my clarification here, because I'm just learning, I don't claim to know everything. Definitely, I don't know I don't know what it is about me. I honestly really do think I'm led to a lot of these things, to be quite honest with you, because I don't know how I find them and how I discover them and how I know them before a lot of other people do. I just do. And I really think a lot of things are given to me. That's my belief. I really do. And it also makes it even more important, considering that, to share it with you, because I really think that's something that I'm supposed to be doing. So what I did, just like for my clarification, I asked my team this question, and I said, help me to get a better understanding of who our enemies are. From what I see, I don't know what you know, what you see, what you've studied. There's a lot of things that kind of came to me just by being around it, because I worked at the John Birch Society, and all that stuff that we used to, try to teach people about, that everybody called here. I'm sorry about the premature air quotes, but everything that's conspiracy theory is not, because it's playing out right in front of us right now. Everything that people slammed back then, I'm talking back in 2010 when I worked there in the warehouse, it's all coming to be. It's everything they tried to warn you about. It's almost like prophetic as far as I'm concerned, really. I do believe in a lot of that stuff. So anyway, I said, help me get a better understanding who our enemies are. From what I see, our major battle is against the globalists. You need to get an understanding of what globalists are. Globalization is the new world order. Oh, that's another conspiracy theory. No, it's real. It's very real and very freaking scary. Globalists is a good term, but so I said, but who does that all include, and where does China fit in? I want to clarify right off when I say China, and I know I overdo it. I way overdo it. I'm not talking about the Chinese, but there's certain factions thereof, the CCP, that the Chinese Communist Party. They are the enemy, most definitely. And there are families within, or however they're divided, that are truly evil, and you will get that from these videos. So what I asked really was, in the grand scheme of things, is China just a pawn? Are they doing their own thing, or are they working in concert with the UN? You'll have to get, if you don't understand what the UN is, you need to get an understanding of who the UN is. It's very important, especially from this year, when you consider that the organization, the World Health Organization, is a part or controlled by the UN. That's a very, very big piece in all of this. the UN is not our friend. And there's a reason that President Trump removed us from the UN. In fact, back when I worked at JBS, they were talking about getting us out of the UN. In fact, I even got this bumper sticker still. I should put it in my car now. But we're out. We're out, right? The UN, NATO, we don't want to be involved in that. Besides, we're not the world's bitch either. That's my 2 cents. This was their reply. Okay. He said they are in concert with the UN. Listen to this. Think of China as the security arm of the UN and the proving grounds for the society they are seeking. Even just reading that again after I typed it. My reply, that's quite the frightening thought. If you've been paying attention, you know why I say that. And the reason I feel it's important to share all this with you is because that's exactly what they want to do to the US. That is what we're up against. If you're really paying attention, you be aware that the globalists headed by the UN have already taken over some other countries. And sadly, Japan is going to be the next one to fall. So this is where it gets shocking. It's kind of hard to read. It's notes that the team took. But this is a little bit of what I'm sending you. The main part really is a video from this Chinese dissident. There's a guy that is called, it's Loot Network or something like that, but there's this guy Luther, I guess we've nicknamed him Luther, who got a hold of 4 hard drives with some very critical information. And here's a rundown, because the video it's kind of hard to follow because there's interpretation and there's a big lag. Now, it's a really major bonus if you watch that, if you speak Chinese. This is a summary. This is this is from October 19th. Right away, Biden sold out CIA informants to Xi, the leader of the CCP. Biden sold out CIA informants to Xi, who ordered to kill 36 of them, including a pregnant woman, just a couple of weeks before the due date. I guess I'll read the names, but Man Yongping Yang, we carried out Xi's order to kill 22 CIA informants in China's security department that were summoned into a conference room and shot without trial. B. Tong Bao Guo and her family were killed. Tong, a former secret police in China, became a CIA informant after seeing the horrific crimes committed by the CCP. Survived family members of the killed are still under surveillance today. So they're not dead. They're just not free. That's for sure. Let's see, where do we get to? So Obama, these videos implicate Biden, Obama, Hunter. The whole Hunter laptop thing is nothing compared to what's in here. Obama voluntarily gave Xi the information of a coup attempt by Xi's opponents. Subsequently, Obama, Biden, and Xi formed an alliance to help each other consolidate power. Xi shared the Obama story with other world leaders, including Cameron, which I have to really find out who it is. As a result, many elites adopt the Obama-Xi way, which is trading the people for power and money. Democracy and separation of powers are very vulnerable in front of the demon PCP. Lud, the informant here, Lud shows an email from Bao, real name, whatever, to Hunter Biden. From Bao is Bo something's daughter out of wedlock. Bao played a role in exposing Hunter Biden. It's unclear if Bao is still alive. Biden is backed by Wall Street. That's why Biden raised more money than Trump. Lud expects the information to be released will show Joe Biden is even worse than Hunter Biden. Guo once said he can trust Trump because Trump didn't send him back to China. There's three hard drives contain information on Hunter Biden, Xi, Wang's wealth, and gene map, which I don't know what that is, and China's bioweapons program. I listened to some of the video, and this is the biggest. Well, there's a couple pieces I got from some of the other videos, but the Hunter Biden that's shown on the laptop smoking crack and all this stuff is nothing. Or maybe in that one of the videos or whatever, he's suspected to be with an underage girl or something like that, which is definitely true, because that's a thing with Hunter. And you'll see in one of the videos how they use that to obtain power. It's sick and twisted. It's a way of blackmailing and controlling people to get them to do sex acts with young girls, whatever, and they record it and they use it as blackmail. And there's 3 or 4 hard drives with this information on it. I'm only getting into that, but there's some like really, really horrific things, and it's right there. There's nobody that could possibly deny this. I don't see how that could be possible. And they say